Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video, I'm just happy there's actually a video. We finally start getting some juicy content, you know, by the deliciously clickbaity title why we're here. But before we go any further and actually talk about today's stories, I need to just say thank you so much. We have now reached over 29,000 subscribers. That is incredible. We only hit 28,000 subscribers just 14 days ago, but because of the support, because of you guys, the way that you have helped build this community with your crazy comments, your delicious tweets, it's always fun, it's always interactive whenever I'm making these videos, because I know you guys are going to be there at the other end to make it what it is. And genuinely seeing the channel grow as quickly as it is frightening, it's mind-blowing, it makes me genuinely speechless for once, to a lot of people's happiness. But all joking and that aside, thank you so much for 29,000 subscribers. The nation continues to march on towards 55k. So if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed already, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything, it's down there and it just helps us on our way. But it's been a couple of days since the last upload, so let's just dive into some freaking content then, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Story number 1 then, I'm actually going to be combining 3 players into story number 1 because I think they all fit under the same bracket, like everyone always puts them the same. It's Kyle Lafferty, it's Lee Hodson and Eros Grezda. Sounds like the worst start to a joke I've ever heard, but yet intrigues me. But turning our attention to the players themselves, let's start off with the very first one then, shall we? And it's the man by the name of Mr. Lee Hodson. And the reason I want to start with Lee Hodson is because, believe it or not, it is Lee Hodson Day. It is the 31st of the 5th, 2019, meaning it is the last day of employment from the Glasgow Rangers to Mr. Lee Hodson. And I don't think I'm going to be surprising anyone when I say this. Rangers will not be offering Lee Hodson a new contract, so as of tomorrow he will no longer be a part of the Glasgow Rangers, which if I'm honest with you I was fully expecting, but still it hurts me. And the reason it hurts me, because it's absolutely ruined this shirt. What am I supposed to do with this now? And just in case you're wondering where Lee Hodson will be moving on to, he will be returning back to St Mirren, where he spent last season on loan from Rangers to St Mirren. He managed to get 23 appearances and put out some pretty damn good appearances against Celtic, one including when he got man of the frickin' match. So Lee, thanks for that, son. We appreciate that. Now moving over to the second player we're going to be speaking about is none other than Mr. Kyle Lafferty, the man who's 7 foot and he plays the flute. Well, apparently he's been told to play elsewhere. Now again, just like the Lee Hodson situation, I don't think this is much of a surprise. I mean, if you followed this channel for a long time, we've spoke about this a lot just recently. If you go back to that behind the doors friendly, I know we keep mentioning it in videos, but just in case you're new around here, since that behind the doors friendly where he got pulled off at half time and Gerrard at the end of the game said some of the players were embarrassing, they lacked the work rate and desire to play for Rangers, Kyle Lafferty hasn't been seen again. He's never even made a bench since that bounce game has happened. So I think it's fair to say that he just may be one of the players that Steven Gerrard was talking about. Again, it's never been confirmed. He's never came out and publicly addressed who he was talking about, but you look at the subs that got pulled off in that game, they've never really played again for us. One of these shoe fit situations, and I think unfortunately for Kyle Lafferty, his big 7 feet SOB feet are definitely filling the embarrassment void, which is a shame because I really wanted it to work out for Kyle Lafferty. I know how much he loves Rangers, I know how much he wanted to succeed here, but it has just not quite worked out. So again, the latest rumours are that he is taking another step closer to his exit. And last but not least, for story number 1, we have a quick update regarding Eros Grezda, because some people have been asking, is he going to be a part of the squad? What's happening? Does he want out of here? Well, Eros Grezda hasn't spoken publicly about it, but his agent actually has, and this is the update the agent has given. Regarding if he's going to be moving to another club, he said, there is interest in him, but let's see. He's frustrated because he got injured twice, but he likes Rangers, he likes Glasgow, so let's see. He's playing for the national team next week, so after that we will talk to the club. He will be happy if he has to stay with Rangers, but if not, that's life, you know. P.S. Most chill agent of all time. It continues by saying he still has a contract with Rangers, and really at the moment I cannot give any concrete answers. We will make the decision with the coach. He will not be moving back to Croatia. All I know is he is frustrated because he did not prove himself in the right way at Rangers. Now, you know me, I don't like agents speaking for players because normally it's always twisting a knife, it's always been a dick and demanding money or playing time or anything, but I quite like the way this came across. I don't know, I expected something a bit more vicious when I actually heard that his agent's been out. I thought he'd be blasting Rangers saying this and this and this. This wasn't the way he was playing, but it looks like Eros Grezda himself sort of reflecting, saying maybe he's not took advantage of his chances enough and he's frustrated with himself about not putting his best foot forward in a Rangers jersey, which certainly sums up his last season. But that's it regarding Eros Grezda. Again, he's still linked with numerous clubs about moving away. That's why his agent was doing this interview. So I just want to ask you guys watching today's video, now you've heard from the agent, you've heard about Grezda's frustration about his own performance. How do you feel about Eros Grezda? Does he have a future at the Famous? Let me know down in the comment section below if you think we should give Grezda another year. Moving on to story number 2. Now there is a reason why I want to get to story number 2 so quickly, because it is finally here. It's the day we all dreaded. It's the day the earth stood still. There is apparently a bid coming in from Newcastle Football Club for Alfredo frickin' Morelos. Now this is going to be this week's Rangers rumour, because as I'm currently making today's video, it is still not been confirmed if this bid is real. Now I know so many news outlets are reporting it, and the Colombian press are reporting it, saying they've heard things from within the camp, etc. like that, but all we know right now is it's still officially classed as a rumour. But it is a very interesting rumour, because the fee is apparently £20 million. That is what they are willing to pay for Alfredo frickin' Morelos. But we'll table that for just a brief moment, and we'll look at Newcastle, because they are about to be taken over with a lot of moolah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that. And if you've been paying attention to whenever a club is bought over with a lot of moolah, they seem to just try and buy as many players as possible instantly when the guy comes in the door, throwing money at teams just to get the players that they want instantly. Now we've spoken about Rafa Benitez and Newcastle apparently looking at Morelos just a couple of months ago when we spoke about Leicester as well. That's quite funny. A former Celtic manager and Brendan Rodgers, and the Newcastle manager never ever going to be the Celtic manager, Rafa Benitez. So we know Newcastle has looked at Alfredo Morelos before, but it goes even deeper than that, because when you look at Newcastle, Alfredo Morelos would fit perfectly there, and that is a hard thing to do, because you look at the way Newcastle play. Who did they play up front last season on loan from West Brom? Now I know Newcastle fans are screaming to buy Solomon Rondon, I know how much they want to buy him, but it's still not happened yet, and Alfredo Morelos would naturally be a replacement for that playstyle, because like Alfredo Morelos, Rondon is strong, he's physical, likes to get involved a wee bit, you know what I'm saying. Now I know people on Instagram's going to send me this same clip whenever I talk about Alfredo Morelos and kicking out the day this clip, so let's throw the clip up.
Oh, brilliant. Go.
I didn't kick out at the man, okay? I slipped. So if Newcastle can't get Solomon Rondon, they can do a hell of a lot worse than Alfredo frickin' Morelos. We've heard from Gerrard, we've heard from the club that it's going to take a lot of money. It would take stupid money to sell Alfredo Morelos. So again, it's kind of all levelling up. And when you look at Alfredo Morelos, you look at his season, what he has done last year was simply box office. 41 goal contributions in 47 games, 15 yellow cards, 5 red cards in total. It was a mental season for Alfredo Morelos, but people are talking about him. So if I'm honest, when I seen the £20 million clickbait, I was like, right, it's just a daft room, it's just something silly just to get us all to click on and read. But when you start lining everything up, it kind of makes sense for Alfredo Morelos to go to Newcastle, especially with them under this takeover and willing to spend a bit of moolah to make sure that Rafa Benitez signs on the dotted line. So I want to ask you guys a couple of questions who's going to be watching today's video, because that is what I asked Twitter. One, do you think this rumour is actually true regarding the £20 million to Newcastle? And two, if the bid is real, should we sell Alfredo Morelos in the summer? Now, while you guys are getting your thoughts and opinions down there in the comment section below, I will give you mine. One, do I think the £20 million bid is real from Newcastle? As much as it makes sense with takeover clubs just spending stupid amounts of money, I don't think they'll come in and offer 20 million right away. I know it fits the bill of takeover clubs, but it's still Scottish football. It's never ever that easy. But what I will say is I genuinely believe that Newcastle are in for Alfredo Morelos. It makes too much sense the way that they play. It would suit Alfredo to a T. So I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth between Rangers and Newcastle this summer with the eventual sale of Alfredo Morelos to Newcastle, which perfectly sums up my second question. Should we cash in on Alfredo Morelos this season? Yes. Can I just say, before I go even any further and say anything else about Alfredo Morelos, I hate that I have to sit here and say we should cash in him, because that sounds like it's a negative, but I just feel like he wants to play in the Premier League. That is his dream. He's repeatedly said it, and a Newcastle club with a very good manager and Rafa Benitez, a good team around them, with an owner now that's willing to spend a wee bit of moolah when that gets complete, he could do a hell of a lot worse. And honestly, I just want the best for him, and if he's going to go, get us 20 million, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I do want to talk about, by the way, because I went and read the Newcastle fan pages on Twitter, I checked some of their Instagram posts, and the negative opinion people have for Scottish football is honestly so annoying. See this, my nan could score in this league. Could she? Could she? It honestly winds me up because the same folk that's writing Scottish football is tin pot, they're all crap, they're all couldn't kick a ball up here, is the same ones who tweet Virgil van Dijk stuff, who tweet Andy Robertson stuff, and just say, oh, they're absolutely amazing, I love them. Where did they get better? Scottish freaking football. However, in saying that, they did actually bring up a very good point, the Newcastle fans questioning his disciplinary record, which, I'm going to be honest with you, is very fair. Okay, you've got us there, okay? But what I will say is, I think the way the Colombian manager has handled Alfredo Morelos is genius. When you think about it, he picked 11 strikers ahead of Alfredo Morelos. That is a direct message to Alfredo Morelos. If he doesn't clean his act up, if he doesn't mature, if he doesn't get smarter on the field, he will not pick him. Even with the praise from Falcao and Rodriguez and the manager of Colombia calling him the future of the national team, that was a warning to Alfredo Morelos. And just enough is enough. He has missed out on his dream of playing in the Copa America, so I think that's going to affect Alfredo Morelos in the best way. So if Newcastle does get him, I can guarantee all these people that's making a fool of him and saying Scottish football shit will be singing his song and bobbing his head within a month and absolutely in love with the guy. And now that we've had our say, let's jump over to Twitter and hear from the people. There's been 1,761 votes. 16% votes for no, we shouldn't sell Alfredo Morelos in the summer, but 84% of the people votes for yes, which, if I'm honest with you, has absolutely blown me away. I did not expect it to be that one-sided. Alex Horn writes in, we should cash in on him. I love Alfredo Morelos, but his disciplinary record speaks for itself. He has cost us too many games this season being sent off. Up to our knees in EBTs. So glad that ended the way it did, or I'd heard edit that out. Said, done us a very good turn. Vital money into the squad for other important signings. True Blue 72 writes in, if that's the right money, then I love the wee man, but FS, he's a liability and a half. Ross Watson is so defiant, he just says no selling him. Barrett writes in, love him to bits, but the money is too good to refuse, and I think he needs a fresh start from Claire's shite and her cronies. Plus we've got a good sell-on clause put into the deal. We will miss him though. And honestly, I completely agree with everything she just said there. It would be a great move for him. And the last one we'll read out comes from David Wilkinson. He writes in, I hate saying it, but if we get the money that's been talked about, then we could probably get 4 or 5 quality players. And we look like a different team when he didn't play, which is a fantastic point. Our best run of the season was actually without Alfredo frickin' Morelos. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people, you've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, get your thoughts and opinions down there in the comment section below. And if you're free on June 8th, it's only a week away now, and you want to help raise money for Sam H, which is a mental health and suicide prevention charity, the links for that is down there in the description below. Go ahead, buy your tickets and help support the nation and help support a fantastic cause and help, more importantly, people that's struggling. And as always, if you'd like to support the channel directly, the link for that will be down there in the description below, alongside the 50 legends that's on there supporting the channel week in and week out. I've been CJ Nova92. Thanks so much for watching, and bye.